insightful, but are you likable? You got jokes, you're the host, stand up. Are you likable?
Hello and welcome to Likeable, a show where we discuss stand-up comedy from an entry-level perspective. I am your host, David Stickle, and today I am joined by Gabrielle Johnson.
Hi.
Woo! How are you?
I'm good.
Good. We're going to act like we weren't just talking before this. Yeah, we're going to go. How was your day?
I've been getting a lot of advertisements, like targeted advertisements for luxury tinned fish.
What are what?
Sardines.
Okay.
Anchovies.
Okay.
Tuna.
Okay.
Like a lot of targeted ones.
I'm going to be honest.
Sure.
This is exactly how I expected this conversation to start. I actually had it in my notes. Luxury canned fish. Why do you think you're getting ads for those?
I don't know, and that's what's stressing me out because I want to know what it is. What is it
Why
about
you're being
me?
Profiled as a tin fish person?
Yeah, and I feel like the ads are trying to sell them to me as like hot girl things.
Hot girl things. Okay.
Like, and I mean luxury, like expensive tinned fish.
Oh.
Not. Like they are anchovies, but they have like very nice graphic design, which does appeal to me.
Okay.
And I did try anchovies recently, which is fucked because that means it's working.
Wait, what came first, the ad or the anchovy?
Well, I feel like the ads were happening, and then I was like, "What's the hype with anchovies? I gotta try them."
Well, were there? So when you say hot girl anchovies,
Yes.
Did they use like sex appeal to sell the anchovies, or was it just marketing?
It's not sex appeal. It's for hot girls, right? So this isn't being sold to straight men. This is being sold to hot girls.
So was it a hot guy?
No. You don't understand. It's like the hot girl fantasy, like the people who do Pilates, yoga, like salads, yogurt, like the kind of people who yogurt is advertised to.
Yep.
Except younger.
Okay. Young yogurt consumers.
Sure, future MILFs, if you will.
Yeah, future MILFs.
Yeah.
Early onset MILFdom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not early onset. It's just before they evolve.
Yes.
To the MILF. And so they're selling a lifestyle or a dream, I think. Not even one that I necessarily want, but they inflate them so aesthetically. And it makes you kind of want that lifestyle.
You're curious about the anchovy lifestyle.
I'm not curious about it. I bought cheap anchovies because I didn't want to spend that money, and then I ate them and I didn't finish the tin because there's a lot of anchovies. They have crazy macros actually. Maybe it was sardines. It was like 20 calories for like multiple grams of protein.
So do you think part of the marketing to make it like a hot person food is that they're like healthy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
and they're petite.
They're fat shaming people.
Sure. They're petite.
Rude. You know, I thought once Ozempic came out, we were through this. You know? People could eat whatever they want. I think everybody has it.
Do you have it, David?
I do. I have a different brand.
Okay.
Hot guy brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, but it's clearly not working. It's been a while. I'm not.
Who am I to say?
Yeah.
Maybe you could start on the anchovies.
I used to be much fatter, actually. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what to say to that.
I also need anchovies, I think, to add to my diet.
Well, they're also
realizing this now.
High in mercury, so I do fear that.
You fear mercury?
Well, the heavy metal poisoning. Like I like shrimp a lot, but if you eat too many shrimp, I think it's bad for you because the heavy metals stay in your stomach.
You're just gonna like start listening to like Slayer and stuff.
Wow, you're so funny. You should do comedy.
I should do comedy. Thank you for that. You're the first person to say that on this podcast. Yes, it's fun. So you're so you're just getting a lot of ads.
Yeah, that's how my day's been going.
That's your whole day. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Did you work today?
No.
So you
I did fuck all.
You did fuck all
and
anchovy style. Here. Did you eat the anchovies today?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, that was a while ago. This is ongoing.
Oh.
This is an ongoing issue. I didn't bring this to you lightly.
Yeah, well, you don't want to seem like an anchovy sympathizer. I just found out that there's anchovies in Caesar dressing. Did you know that?
Yeah, of course I knew that.
I just discovered this.
Well, they're not hot girl anchovies. There's like cream in there.
Yeah, and you know what they've been doing is like they trick me like I'm a dog, where they put like the pill in the cheese, and they're like anchovy in the dressing, and I'm like, I'm already eating a salad. I was like, this is too much. I can't do this.
Now your fault. See, I've convinced you now that anchovies are a hot girl food. Previously, I think people thought that was a food for like Italian fathers, perhaps.
Yes, the Alfanos of the the Dylan Risucci's.
Yeah, but no, I think we're making a cultural shift, and I'm unfortunately contributing to it. I don't know if I want to. I fell for it.
Are you Italian at all?
No. Do I look Italian?
I don't know.
No, I don't know.
You could be Italian. I don't know.
No.
Do I look Chinese?
No.
That's good because I'm not.
Didn't think so, David.
Some people do.
See?
I convinced a friend that I had a Japanese grandfather once, and he believed it for like 3 months.
Well, you're friends with gullible people. I don't know what to tell you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But look, people. Yeah. So, sorry, I'm very distracted today.
It's okay.
I had I thank you for asking. I had a great day.
Yeah. Sorry,
Wait,
I thought this was about me. How are you doing, David?
I had a good day. It was fun. What'd you do for Halloween?
Today's
the day after Halloween for spectators at home.
Yeah, I dressed up as Mothman.
Mothman.
Yeah.
From
the cryptid, Pennsylvania.
Mothman from Pennsylvania.
Well, he's a cryptid. He's just like a Mothman. It's what it sounds like. It's a Mothman.
Yeah. But is it like a superhero?
Well, it's a cryptid.
What is a cryptid?
Okay, like the Loch Ness Monster is a cryptid. Bigfoot's a cryptid. The Jersey Devil is a cryptid. It's like things that are rumored to exist, but like don't.
Like mythological creatures.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But like not quite mythological. Like
there's no religion behind them.
No.
Okay.
I mean, some might say Mothman's a religion. There's a statue in a town, I think in Pennsylvania. I hope to God I'm not spreading misinformation.
Miss Moth information.
Yeah, I
shed some light on it.
I dressed as Mothman, but like not like a full committal like bodysuit. It was like a little sleazy. And I'll note that I did post this to my Instagram story, which you viewed and then didn't like.
I don't know.
So you just didn't like my Mothman costume. Crazy.
Probably. I probably didn't know what it was.
I put Mothman on it, and then I put a song that said Mothman.
We might have fell victim to one of those times where I just leave my phone open.
Okay.
And
I don't know. You saw it, and you said, "What the fuck is this?" And
did I say that?
No, internally.
And I'm like, God damn it! Like I really don't remember what I do on social media. I just like black out when Zuckerberg gets me.
Then I went to a party with my friends.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you like to do like I don't want to say, well, I'll say like cosplay, but it's like Comic-Con cosplay, right? Like that's the right term.
Sure, cosplay.
Yeah,
I do cosplay sometimes.
Cool.
I took a break, like from the pandemic to like last year, but.
How long have you been doing that for?
Well, I started making like shitty anime costumes when I was like 13.
Okay.
And then from there, my uncle brought me to like my first convention, so I would do some costumes, and when I was younger, my dad would help me with them, like constructing stuff, like big swords and all that.
Okay.
I took a break, like from kind of like the pandemic to like 2025, because I was in college for the few years, and also pandemic, so there weren't conventions to go to.
Yeah.
And then I just didn't have money or time for a bit. And then I had time, so I started doing it again. What
are the swords made out of?
Usually like EVA foam's a big one. You know, just like that foam, like those floor mats from Home Depot that like you put in your office or like your kid's playroom or something. Mm-hmm. Or if you could buy like a smoother, more expensive EVA foam. And then usually like wood, PVC pipes, big. Yeah. What did you do for Halloween, David?
I had work until like 6:00, and then I left and then handed out candy at my grandmother's.
What kind of candy?
Well, we did like a mixed bag.
What kind of mixed bag?
Okay, so there were a couple different kinds. Okay, I'm going to try and remember. There was peanut M&Ms, which is dangerous.
Okay.
Snickers, also dangerous. Sure. There were sweet tarts, which were seemingly the big thing this year, and nerds. Nerds were huge this
Nerds
year.
are good.
Yeah, a lot of like the Mars brand candy.
Okay.
And then I don't know if Sweet Tarts falls under that, but there was like those like just basically sugar rocks that everybody.
That one
like,
sucks.
Well, no, like that's what nerds are, like little sugar rocks.
Well, nerds are tart though. A rock can. I thought you meant like rock candy.
Oh no, I'm just thinking of like nerds and
I hear
stuff.
you.
Everything that is like nerds adjacent. There was all of those.
Nerds gummies are big.
Are they?
Yeah, those are in.
Okay, those
are in this year.
They're so fetch.
They are.
Yeah, I don't know if I've had them.
They like make your teeth hurt immediately because
sugar.
it's a gummy then like coated in a cluster of nerds. Like if you took like a wet gummy and you like just rolled it around. In nerds, that's nerds gummy, and they sell them in ropes as well.
Oh, I think I've had nerds rope before.
It's the same thing.
Oh,
like,
okay.
But just
then I've explored
like
all there is
nuggets.
to explore. The nugget.
Yeah. No. Okay. It's a decent assortment because this year we just had we have like no kids in our neighborhood, so we had like a few full candy bars for like the 3 kids who showed up. But last year, notably, my mom sent my dad to the store for candy, and he came back with a giant fucking bag of double bubble gum, which is the worst because again we get like 3 kids, so that leaves us with like 400 pieces of bubble gum.
Bubble
It's
gum.
disappointing. I'd be pissed off if I went to a house and there was just double
bubble gum. You know what? Counterpoint here.
Okay.
Nice little change up. You
Is
know?
it though?
I think so. You get all this chocolate, you get all this stuff, a little double bubble. That's currency to trade. You know
No
what I
one
mean?
is trading for a double bubble.
You trick your younger sibling.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, that's what you do. You manipulate them.
I've manipulated plenty of younger children in my life, and none of them have fallen for a double bubble. I don't know what you're inferring from this.
We're not going to talk about this.
But I've traded. I've done candy trading.
Black market candy.
Yeah, well, it's not black. It's perfectly legitimate. But you don't. No one wants a double bubble because that's like a D tier candy at best. Mix it up with sweet tarts.
Okay.
Mix it up with Swedish Fish, the little ones.
I'm
Sour
telling
Patch
you,
Kids.
Sweet Tarts were the hot ticket this year.
Yeah, not double bubble. Notice.
Well, we didn't offer any double bubble, but I'm sure if
you're good people.
we are good people. I didn't want to get my grandmother's house egged, you know, so we cared.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then afterwards, I watched Ant-Man and the Wasp. So
I don't think I watched that. I don't keep up with Marvel movies. There's too many.
yeah, there are a lot, which is why I'm still just on Ant-Man and the Wasp. Because I
That's
watched
from like 2018, right?
I know. Yeah. So, I mean, I skipped all the Paul Rudd ones. And then, no offense to Paul, but, you know, it's just one of those things where I'm just like, I don't really care about this. And then I eventually said, if this is a Marvel movie I haven't seen, I'll watch this, you know?
I know.
Yeah, you get it.
I get it.
You get it.
Hey, man, I get it.
You get it. Hell yeah. Yeah. Let's talk about comedy. How long you? We're like 15 minutes in at this point. We should talk about comedy. What How long you been doing comedy for the viewers? At home?
I'm 7 or 8 months, I think.
How do you feel so far?
I feel good.
You feel
I like
good?
doing it. Yeah.
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 Yeah. I don't know. Well, I like it. It's fun.
Yeah.
I kept doing it.
You did keep doing it.
I think 7 or 8 months is longer than I do most things.
Is that true?
I'm a big serial hobby starter.
Okay.
And forgetter. Not forgetter, but definitely I'll do things that if I'm not immediately like great at them, I am very prone to stopping.
Okay.
If they don't make me feel good immediately. Like anything that requires a large amount of effort. Anything like slow progression.
Did comedy not feel good immediately?
No, it felt well. I kept doing it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it felt pretty good. I mean, I like felt like, oh, this could be better, but I had decent confidence in myself that I could write pretty well. And I think going to an open mic helped because the standards aren't that high.
At open mics, God no.
So
Terrible.
I was like, yeah, I could do better than that.
What was your first open mic?
Night swim in, well, okay, that's a lie. That was the first comedy open mic. The night before I went to night swim, I went to an open mic that was not for comedy.
Mm-hmm.
It was everything, mostly poetry.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to that because I was just desperately searching online. I'm like not on Facebook, so I was like really trying to find open mics like near me.
Mm-hmm.
No one really lists them. Like,
have you ever heard of Bad Salva?
Yeah, but nothing came up for my area.
Okay.
I didn't want to go all the way to the city, so I went to this like
Good point.
coffee shop deli open mic, and did my first comedy set for a bunch of sad poets.
Did they laugh?
Sometimes there is a lot of like concern. I got like heckled by an old lady.
Well, your first set was the one about punishment for Adam and Eve's laundry, right?
No, that was my first like better set.
Okay.
My first set, I don't know. I think it was about my annoyance that like I had a friend who like said text me when you get home and then like meant it. Mm-hmm. Because I was annoyed that they brought it up later. Because what are you gonna do about that?
They're gonna show up.
They're not gonna show up.
They might.
They're just gonna stress about it, and I don't want to remember to text them after I drive an hour home.
You live your life. Just do your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was mostly what my first set was about.
Okay, I dig it. I just remember the first time I saw you. I think it was laundry, but I might be wrong.
That's not true because you were at at Night Swim, my first comedy open mic.
Yeah, I'm just remembering the wrong thing.
Yes,
100%.
That's okay.
It happens all the time.
I forgive you.
I'm getting older. Mm-hmm. It's really sad. So you were amazing right off the get-go.
Thanks.
I remember that. Yeah, that was cool. Or it was just that time you did nights that I'm remembering. No, you were fantastic. When so I'm curious what like your decision to do an open mic, or like how long have you been a fan of like stand up for?
Okay, I don't know. I had been mulling on the idea of doing an open mic for definitely months prior to do it. Yeah, for stand up.
Okay.
I've been thinking about it for months prior, and maybe even like a year. Like I tried to make like YouTube videos, but I just didn't like it. There was such a long period of time from like idea to output, which is what I say again with like I was just getting frustrated, because you get like 4 views from only your friends.
100%.
And so yeah, I was thinking about it for a long time. I don't know how long I've been a fan of stand up. My first stand up exposure.
It is the Interruptible. I should really figure out a way to put in like a little chime or something like that. That would be kind of cool if I did like a little chime beforehand to start it off, the Interruptibles. But I could probably edit it in after I do this. Not a bad idea. What are we doing here? We're gonna go over Interruptible show dates, all that kind of stuff. First up, we got 11/14. I'm going to be doing the Colonial Comedy Show in Morristown, New Jersey, with Mike Filipposian. That's so exciting. I'm so excited to be on that show. It's a little bit of a trip, but man, I've heard nothing but great things about the show. That's going to be awesome. 11/22, we are at Sloop, which is a stacked lineup of a couple comedians that I've met doing some producing, and they're just fantastic. 11/29, we've got a Croak show that's going to have a lot of local performers on there, and some that are kind of known from outside the area. This is a pretty sweet lineup, if I don't mind saying so myself. On 12/1, we're in Brooklyn at Threes Brewing. Stacked lineup for that. I'm going to be bringing a couple different comedians on that one from the city. Like, that's really exciting. On 12/6, I'm in the semifinals or the quarterfinals, or it's some kind of I'm on round 2 of the Comfy Clash in New York City. We started at 225. We're down to less than that. And that's going to be very exciting. I can't wait to see the competition. Oh, yeah. Fighting to the death. fighting to the death. I literally won't make it past this round. And I know that because there is a lot of better competition, but there's like zero chance I end up in the back of the lineup again where I'm most memorable. Very forgettable. Likable, but forgettable, as they say. On 12/13, we're doing a Don't Tell, and I can't tell you anything more about that. And on 12/31, we are back at Laugh It Up. We're celebrating the new year, closing out 2025 at Laugh It Up. So excited to be back there. That is like my favorite hometown club ever. Cal, so excited to say, what do you want me to do? Like, you fucking suck. I can't put you on a real show. Anyways, happy to be back at Laugh It Up. Solid lineup on there so far. Yeah, and then we got stuff for the new year. But I think, we're going to take some time off as far as shows go. I think there's one more show that I'm like 50-50 on the lineup for because they didn't technically confirm, but we will see. And then starting back up again in January. Let's do it. Thank you guys for listening. Shoot me an email or DM me if you have any questions about the show, if you want to come on the show, if you're even listening to this, if this is even worth listening to, let me know. You guys that have been listening, it's great when you reach out. I love hearing from you. It's really cool. It's a nice little thing. And you guys are nice people. If you were to ask me, you're likable. I'm not likable. You're likable. All right, have a good one.
Well, exposure or stand-up I liked. The first stand-up I liked was I probably when I was like 12 maybe, or maybe 13. I think I saw a John Mulaney special, and I was like, oh, that's really funny.
Cool.
Yeah.
What was the one that you saw but maybe didn't like?
My dad watched a lot of that guy with the puppets, the racist puppets.
Oh, Jeff Dunham.
Well, that's what I thought stand-up was for a while, and I was like, oh, yeah, Jesus Christ.
I guess it is. Boy, you know what's great is that he opens for himself. Like, he goes out there and it's just, well, actually he opens for the puppets. He does like 10 minutes for himself. And then all of a sudden he just like, all right, I'm going to introduce my friends. And then he brings out one puppet at a time, which I think is hilarious.
I would respect that if he was funny.
The puppets, I don't think I actually just don't remember his stand-up alone. So maybe that isn't funny, but yeah, I don't
conceptually remember. I enjoy that.
Yeah, I just think the puppets were like an easy like hey, we're all xenophobic about terrorism right now. Yeah. And I've got this very Muslim like I don't even know if he declared him as Muslim, but it was like Ahmed the terrorist, you know.
Well, I don't think as a kid I didn't clock it as racist. I was just like, he's just yelling.
So I grew up in a house where that was funny, and I was watching it and I was like, oh, this is funny. He's playing on a character, and then I remember watching it back with clarity, and I'm just like, oh, that's not good. That's not good at all.
Yeah, I don't know. I think prior to like John Mulaney, I had a big phase where I watched a lot of old footage of Tom Lehrer. Lehrer, yeah, Lehrer. I can never pronounce it. He died recently, but he was like an old. He did like music, but it was like politically relevant at the time. I feel like still kind of relevant now. Mm-hmm. It's like piano songs. Okay, like Bo Burnham, like that. If it was like a Jewish man in the 1950s,
okay,
making like post World War II, satire songs. So I consumed a lot of that.
Also makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense that you're watching 1950s comedy, musical comedy. Do you have a musical bone in your body?
I briefly played piano, but not like well, because I wasn't patient enough to learn sheet music. So I do like chords and stuff by ear, but I don't think I ever like took to it that much.
Have you ever thought about making that a part of your act?
The musical?
Yeah.
Piano?
Like if you could write like a song, you're like ding 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 ding, and you just like turn and you just like make a joke.
I feel like a poor imitation of Tom Lehrer, but I have a horrible. My sister last Christmas requested a rap about her cats. I don't rap, by the way. She just requested this. She wanted me to commission someone, but I'm cheap.
Okay.
So I made a beat and a rap about her. It had like 3 verses.
and she's going to do it for us right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Gabrielle Johnson's cat rap.
You can cut it in if you want.
Is this on YouTube somewhere?
No.
Oh.
I could post it, but it's rough.
I'll put it at the end. I'll request it and put it at the end. That'll be funny. So Tom Lehrer.
Yeah.
And then John Mulaney.
Yeah.
And then you had you definitely I've been able to like kind of just be around when you've shown up to open mics, and like this is not common for me because I still think I'm fairly new to comedy. And it's just really cool to like see you come in a decent amount of time after me and just be awesome, and then just like still even improve on that, which is very cool. Welcome. And then so I'm curious like how you went from like did you just have a funny thought and then you're like, I gotta write that down, or like you kept having the same funny thing and then you eventually wrote it down and then you're like, I need to do stand up, like I gotta say this to people on stage? Like what was like your because I remember like for me, I've always wanted to do stand up, right? Well, I didn't always want to do stand up, but like I always watched stand up. Like as a kid, I would like run home from school to watch Comedy Central Presents, and I always watched that. And then eventually, like I just during the pandemic, I consumed a lot of stand up comedy content, but it was all about how to do stand up, not necessarily just comedians talking about like, you know, anything funny. It was just like them being like, oh, you know, like when you're in a room that's got 60-foot ceilings, this is what I did, and like all that. And I was just so interested in that. So like eventually I was like, oh, you know, like, and the pandemic was happening, so I was just like, oh, I just want to write like a joke every day, like that'll help my anxiety. And then eventually I'm like, I gotta say these, and I had a really funny thing happen to me, and that was my first story on stage. So I was curious like what your process was like getting to your first open mic.
Okay, I guess one of my later like comedic influences sort of was Chris Fleming, if you know about him.
I've heard it, don't know him.
Yeah. Oh, he is stand up, and then he also has like YouTube videos, and I kind of tried to emulate the style of YouTube video because it's very some of them are stand up adjacent.
Okay.
You know, like it's just like one angle and like talking. So I tried doing those, and I was like, this just like I said, too much effort for so little output. Mm-hmm. But I kept writing down funny thoughts. I guess that's what you're asking, right? Like, I was just writing down funny things. I don't know. I have a lot of thoughts, and I'm like, that's funny. Yeah. Or just things I notice, that I want to talk about, and that sounds like meaningful, but I really mean like the equivalent of like the Tin Fish advertisements. Like it's not that deep, but just things I want to talk to someone about.
And you just want to do it with 30 people at a time. So
I had enough of them like as individual notes in my phone, and I was familiar with stand-up as a thing, and I guess eventually I was just like, I'm like sad and not doing anything, so I should do something,
as we all do when we pick up a hobby. I'm sad and not doing anything. So like for example, like I think not last Wednesday, but the Wednesday before, you had a bit about rock girls, right?
Yeah. Crystal girls.
Crystal girls.
I call it rocks because I think it'll make them upset.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So and it seems like every Wednesday you present new stuff.
Usually.
Yeah. Are these like just what happened that week, or you're like looking through old stuff and you're like, all right, I want to talk about this now? And then when you do that, are you like verbally workshopping? Or are you like picking a date? Do you have like do you schedule yourself to like sit down and write?
I schedule nothing. I have a giant mega document of notes, like of thoughts. So I'll put like before it was individual notes, and I was like, this is too much. So now I have one note that if it ever goes away in my phone, then everything's gone.
Right, you should back that up.
I sure should.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's in the cloud.
Let's just save it to Google Docs or something, please.
So it's just like, it's so long now, but it's just all these thoughts that I have. So usually either if I don't have a particular idea that week where I'm like, I gotta write this down, I'll go in there and then I will try to pick out a few synchronizing bit. They don't always synchronize, but I try. Just bits, like the rock ones. I think the only thing I had on that was it's hard to be into rocks in a non-spiritual way. Mm-hmm. So then from there, I just think, I just think.
You just think.
I don't know. And usually I write a lot in the shower.
Okay.
Which is a huge waste of water, but
for sure.
My mind's got to work.
I kind of do the same thing. I find that I'll listen to no music on the car ride in to work. And I'm just kicking around one idea. But what I do now is I'll have a note in my phone, mm-hmm. and then I'll look at the premise, and then I'll put my phone down, and then I go into the shower, and literally the whole shower I'm just thinking about different angles for this one thing. And then I just try to chop it into something that might take 15 seconds.
So I do something way worse. I put my phone with the notes app open, and then I put it on a shelf in my shower, and then I'll use my wet fingers to type in things as I think of them.
So you're
and then usually the writing will continue into my bedtime.
Is it in a plastic bag? No, you're just it's just
far enough away.
Are phones waterproof now?
I think it's water resistant. I haven't had any issues yet.
Yeah, because I feel if I did that with mine, it just wouldn't charge. What happens is I'll be in the middle of a shower, and if I have something that I love, but I know I'll forget, I'll just be like, "Hey Siri!" I'll just yell, and then I do that until I see the screen light up, so I look like a crazy person.
That might be better.
It might be better, but I seriously seem like a crazy person.
I don't talk to my phone out of principle. I don't have Siri activated.
Really?
I don't like it.
Why? It's still listening to you.
I don't care. I'm not speaking to it.
Yeah, you're just I fucking hate this bitch.
I just don't like it. I don't like when it speaks to me. I don't want it to say my name. If anything that's not a person that I know says my name, I don't like it.
So parakeet.
I would hate that. Also, I think that's parrots. But yeah, well, I think the parrot actually is okay because maybe the parrot is talking to me on a personal level. So but if an email's "Hey Gabrielle, we have a great deal for you." Kill yourself.
The email, but it's not a sentient thing, so it can't.
No.
Unplug yourself.
Yeah.
I keep looking at the camera. That's
okay.
Okay.
I don't know. Should I be looking at the camera?
No, you don't have to.
I can.
It's actually creepy when I look at the screen and you're staring at the camera. Uh-huh. Concerning. Very concerning. So that's cool. I've always been curious about your just your writing style, because so are you I'm a big fan of your writing. So when you by the time you get to the mic, are these bits have you said them out loud already? Or because here for me, if I write them down and if I go to the open mic and I try to do it, I literally stare at my page the whole time. And you've seen me do that. And then there's other times where I've practiced a bunch, and now I know how I want to say it, and then I'll just try to riff something, and that's what the recording's for while I'm up there. But I have an idea of what I want to say. And then there's comedians like Jeff Boyle. Do you know him? Well, you've seen him,
familiar.
But yeah, Jeff is the tall
Yes, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. And he can just memorize everything. Mm-hmm. When, for comedy, I think he's got a pretty bad memory elsewise, but he can memorize whatever he wrote down that day.
Yeah.
But so I'm curious, how much practicing do you do, when you get in there?
Sometimes I've gotten really lazy with it. I'm not gonna lie, because I don't have a schedule, so I'll freak out on a Tuesday. I'll spend all Tuesday being like, man, I really gotta write, and I might write down a little bit, and then Wednesday morning before work, I'm like, fuck, I didn't write anything. I don't want to do the same set I did last time. That's so embarrassing. I know it's not, but I don't
really
know why. I feel it's embarrassing to do. So then I usually will spend a few hours before work writing it all, and I'll say it out loud once. This is what I've been doing lately. This isn't what I should do. And then I'll go and I'll kind of look at my phone or the paper a little bit when I do it the first time, because I don't know.
Yeah,
I got worse.
They seem pretty hammered out by the time you get up there, though. Because you'll just stare and look at a bullet point and then go back into it.
Yeah.
which is great. I'm usually like standing there, like, what was the tag I had for this? If I don't memorize it, but you shouldn't be embarrassed about it.
I know. I'm aware.
How many times have you heard Joe Alfano do have you guys heard about what savant syndrome is? Like
Enough.
Yeah. Why aren't we just making them fight until they're smarter? like, you know, I don't know if you noticed, but when he does that, he does tweak like one or two things every time.
I think I did last week. You weren't at 2-way, but I did do the same. I did do the same jokes that I've done. I did the Rock and the Martha Stewart one, which I had changed both of those to be better and stronger warriors.
What was your editing process like to do that? Did you just like, do you record yourself when you go up there?
I try to.
Okay.
Yeah. When
you do that, or like just between 2 Wednesdays ago and last Wednesday, did you like just look at it and be like, I hate this? Or what was like the switch?
To an extent, I'll look at it and be like, I hate this. Or I'll try to find spots where I'm like, are people laughing at this? Mm-hmm. If they're not laughing at it. And if I have like a few sentences no one's laughing at, I'm like, I could probably, unless it's really serving some sort of setup purpose, I feel like I'm like, well, I should put something funny there. Mm-hmm. Because if there's nothing funny, then what the fuck's the point? I don't know. So I usually, I'll just look at it and be like, is this funny? I don't know. Is it funny? If it's not, then I need to replace it with something else or change it to make it more funny. And
where did you learn that from?
My brain. I don't
Your
know.
brain. Okay.
Good question. I don't know.
Yeah. So like I had the benefit when I started, and have to shout him out pretty much every episode. Michael Gumbiate. When I started doing stand up, he was always just like, he would say something along the lines of get to the point, right?
Yeah.
You know, like be a little bit more efficient, whatever. And then I would pay attention to like different New York comics and how many jokes per minute they were doing. And then I realized that like maybe not my style to do, you know, a joke every 6 seconds, but like I can try, you know. But like that came with Michael making suggestions like that. And then I'm just like, oh yeah, I do spend a lot of time. Because even like I sent him a story that was like got huge laughs, right? I sent him the story, and then you know, he watched it, and his response was, "Yeah, when you tighten it up, it's going to be a really good story, or it's going to be really funny." And I'm like, oh, you know, and like I've had that practice with like every story I tell now. So like certain ones that were 10 minutes are like 2:15 now, and it's just like I've trimmed out all this stuff I don't really love about it, and you know, I've also thrown away a lot of jokes for that, which is sad. But yeah. Yeah,
I think I've always liked writing in some capacity, whether it's like scripts or just writing in general. I've always been, I think, a pretty good writer. Not to brag. Got A's in school.
Not a strong reader, though.
Hello?
I don't know.
I read great.
I don't know.
Speak for yourself.
I can't speak for myself. I'm a terrible reader. Yeah.
But I feel like with editing, though, I think that I guess that's probably where that came from. Because I think when you're editing writing, it's like what's necessary, what's not necessary. Mm-hmm. And you just take out everything that's not serving some sort of point.
Yes.
I think that's where the mindset probably came from.
For you?
Yeah. You asked.
Yes. 100%. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's cool. What I end up doing like an idiot is I'll like take a story that I think is 5 minutes, and then I'll try to put a bunch of jokes in front of it. And then I'm like, okay, I've only got 3 minutes now to do this in 5 minutes. So then I like really try to convey the story and then the jokes that I want to do. And I'm like, I force myself to like trim the fat. And then I have to figure out whatever I kept in, how to make that funnier. That's what I do.
That makes sense.
I think so. Yeah. I force myself to to suck.
I think I'm too excited to get rid of things.
Are you?
If something doesn't work immediately, I'm like, no, gone. I hate it. Don't ever speak to me again. This needs to leave.
You don't like to tinker?
Well, I tinker, but if it's not working, I'm really ready to tinker and or scrap it. Mm-hmm.
I've got 3 jokes that the premises I absolutely love, but I don't think I'm a good enough comedian right now to say them and have them work. But I love these premises.
Okay.
So I've kept them.
I thought you were gonna be like, Gabrielle, you've got 3 premises. They're great. The jokes themselves are shit. We need to work on that.
Listen, this is the Likeable podcast, but I'm also just gonna say you're not funny. Sorry, we don't put you on shows thinking you're funny. we like to just have you there. It's, the state gives me money. No,
bit of a DEI hire.
Are you?
No.
Yeah.
Am I?
Yeah, you're the redhead.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need redheads on everything. I'm not red enough. I'm looking at myself in the camera again. It's a problem.
It's okay. If I had a camera, I'd be looking.
Yeah, it's a shame you can't see what's going on over here. I do this with Zoom meetings too. I just end up staring at me
the whole time. I'm fixing my hair.
I'm just like, oh, I should smile. I'm like, oh, I should let them know I'm having a good time instead of just like for the first few times that we had this, I had to remember that like, oh yeah, people can see me while the other person's talking. So I should make sure I look okay. Right? Yeah, you just go into AI mode when you do that. You're like,
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how fun this episode is.
Oh, you're saying it's bad.
No,
That's
you're having
crazy.
you're having a fun time. So you've been doing a couple shows lately.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about your experiences on those so far, being the DEI hire?
They're fun. I think I get too nervous. I tend to retch in the bathroom beforehand.
What does retch mean? Like dry heave?
Yeah.
Okay.
I tend to dry heave in the bathroom beforehand.
Okay. Are you actually puking in there?
Only once.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I've never felt that before.
Okay.
When I get nervous, I don't need to puke. I just sweat. I'm sure you've seen me sweat a lot.
Yeah, I sweat too, but less profusely. I think all of the moisture's going to my stomach.
Yeah. You're just like, we need to produce something.
Yeah.
That's fun.
But I still have a good time though. I just get I just have bad anxiety, so I get nervous. And then I talk too fast, but I'm working on that.
All right. Do you do it are you feeling nervous because of like, oh gosh, there's so many people there, or like just because you like wanna do really well, or is it like a kind of a combination of all that? Like
I don't think it's the amount of people. I think it's mostly really just I want to do well and I want to impress people and I want whoever booked me to be like, yay, good job. That's all I want to hear.
I feel like I've never gone up to me like, yay, good job.
Maybe you should.
Yeah, I should think to do that.
Yeah, I want to hear yay. Good job.
I usually just do the fist bump and
that's good enough.
Yeah, you think so?
I think the fist bump is like it's good, but if I don't get it, I'll psychoanalyze why I didn't get it for a long time.
I'm like that too. Don't worry. I think every other comedian can relate to that. Yeah. It's definitely one of those things of just like, you think you had a really good set, right? Or you think there's times when like, I still remember a show and, Keith will listen to this and tell me that I did fine on this show, but I bombed on the show in Middletown one time and I'm like sweating, people can't hear me. It's like this whole thing. And, so I got done being like, I bombed. And then following me was Michael Ngumbiade, Jordan, Meaty followed me. And then there was a bunch of other people that like just went on after me and just I thought were so hilarious. And then I spent the whole ride home being like fuck, like the situation sucked, like I'm not good, like all this kind of stuff. And then Keith will like listen to it and be like, dude, you did fine. I'm just like shit. So that happens a lot too, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm just realizing there's a hook thing down here. Yeah, so that happens. Do you when you're beating yourself up in your own head, do you have people that you talk to about how you did comedy, like how you performed or anything? Do you have friends that you like will send your set to and are like, this is what I did today, or is it like a you just kind of bury it? You're just like, I'm not showing it.
I will show my partner.
Okay.
My boyfriend. I'll show him. He helps a lot. I would say when I'm writing, usually I'll do like a full, like I'll write everything out. Mm-hmm. And then sometimes if I'm stuck, I'll go to him and just be like, this isn't funny. Why aren't you laughing? What's not funny? Yeah, so he suffers through usually like a few iterations of my set. I'll make him sit down and watch me do it like 3 times.
Poor dude.
Yeah. And he still laughs sometimes, which is generous.
So nice. So he's at the show listening
I
to
don't
something.
make him come to the show. I just want you to know that.
Oh, I feel like I don't force anybody to come to my shows either. But there are people that will come to your shows that have heard these jokes like 1,000 times.
I'll do that. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to the friends, Brittany, appreciate you. Yeah, she's heard me make the same jokes a million times. I was driving to Boston last Wednesday, and Travis was in the car with me, and I had the set that I literally did in front of him the Saturday prior, or to whatever. Anyways, we're like 20 minutes out from the venue, and I'm like, I stopped the music. I'm like, hey man, I have to do a run through of my set. And he's just like, okay. So I'm like, serious at a timer. And then, I'm just like doing the whole set. And he's just sitting there like, I could hear him breathing. He's like, just like texting on his phone, not laughing. And I'm just kidding. It was more awkward to do that than it was to if I went out and bombed.
I think that's already like dampening any pain in your future.
Mm-hmm.
That's rough.
Yeah. And by the time we got to the venue, he's like, I'm not watching this. I was like, I don't blame you. You just heard this. And nobody laughed. I threw in 2 new jokes, I think. And I got a little out of him. So I'm like, oh, he is listening. Yeah, he didn't just tune me out, which was nice.
Were you gonna share your premises that you said that were good that you were not gonna do? Were you gonna share those? Did I cut you off from that?
Oh no, I don't think so.
No,
I mean,
no, you can hold those close to your heart.
Yeah. They're race related. Which,
okay. Yeah, don't run those by me.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably not the best judge, I guess. One of them I used to do at shows, and it was funny. Like I've had people compliment me on the joke before.
Okay.
But it was also just, I think, rubbing the crowd the wrong way if they weren't paying attention. So, and it also didn't help that I used to open with it. So it was at the time my best joke, and I would, or maybe my second best joke, but I would open with it. And it was, Michael and Gubiade, like, he helped me write the joke. And he's like, yeah, man, you probably shouldn't say that off the top. I'm like, all right, I don't, I'll just leave it, so I just put it away. And there was another joke that I had that I shared the premise with Jordan once and Pat Downey. And they were very much just like, you got to say this. This is awesome. Like, you got to say this.
I don't think you can trust comedians. On race-related matters. They'll tell you to say anything. Especially
those ones. Those two would like to fuck with me, I think. They'd be like, yeah, we'll give Dave a hard time. In the best way. But so I attempted to write it out, and I've had it in my notebook for a long time. I don't know if I've ever said it at an open mic or on stage before, though. And then there's a third one that comes off of that. But I think I read it out loud to Michael one time, and he didn't like it, so I put it away. Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
I just say the N-word for 4 minutes straight.
That's awesome.
I know, right? It's like 3 minutes, 30 seconds. I really start to win the people over. And by 4 minutes, everybody's just like standing ovation.
Wow.
That's pretty crazy, right? It's a great joke. You could just humor me if you want to.
I'm humoring you.
Yeah.
I'm humoring you.
Yeah. Well, you haven't left yet, so that's good. We haven't offended you. So you've puked in the bathroom before?
Sure.
Before a show?
Who hasn't?
Before a show?
Yeah.
Sure.
Who hasn't?
Do you have you don't have to worry about my feelings on this one.
Sure.
Do you have a favorite show that you've done so far where it's just like you got off stage and you were just like, that felt really good, I'm very proud of that? Like, or have they all just been like, I hate myself?
I don't know. I think I probably did feel best after the O positive one, but I don't know why.
Interesting. You don't know why?
No, I don't know. I mean, I don't think I got an inordinate amount of laughs. I was just more relaxed for some reason. I'm not sure why. But
Okay.
I don't know if that's really connected to anything, you know? Like maybe there was like, maybe I just thought like the projections going on behind me were too distracting. The changing colors in the audience didn't like notice me fuck up.
You didn't just like, was it a set that you like know like from like you're really confident?
I did know that one pretty well. That's probably why I don't think I put any new like things into it. I think it was all stuff that I was really like, I really know, like I could do it off the top of my head. But I like to try to put new stuff. I don't know. I don't know if I go through material too quickly, but I like writing a lot. So I like to constantly be like doing a lot of things. And just have like a large amount of material. Cause I also like stuff that matches. I don't think I'm really like, I'm not like a one-liner joke person. I like, it's not storytelling either, really, but I like to have them have some cohesion.
Yeah, you have like a
theme.
Yeah, I was about to say theme. You
I
have
love
like
a theme.
Yeah, you kind of you do a lot of themes. It's but I also wouldn't call that storytelling. You're right.
No.
Yeah, because you're not just like,
It's just a
this
theme.
happened to me today. This happened to me 10 years ago, and we're gonna go through the whole thing.
I'm a horrible storyteller. I've thought about it, and I just can't.
Is there a story that you would want to tell?
Maybe. Yeah, I feel like I had my grandma's dead now, but she was like a
How she got dead?
lung cancer.
Oh, okay. Murder.
The funniest thing is lung cancer.
That is the best punchline.
Yeah, no, but she's like not a very like, she wasn't very maternal or nurturing. She was like from Brooklyn and like cursed a lot and was like Catholic, but also hated the Catholic Church. And like didn't bake, so that kind of sucked. She did a lot of stuff that I feel like is worth talking about. Like she'd have like these just explosive outbursts at like holiday dinners and like run crying to her room for no reason, or she'd like once I like came downstairs and she was sitting at the kitchen table. She was like already mad at me, and she started telling me about this dream that she had. And she was like, I was like 15, by the way, during this. And she was like, you were walking down the street in one of those see-through skirts, like one of them Italian sluts. And then blamed it on me.
Sluts. She put a race to it, or an ethnicity to it. What does she have against Italians? Just being Brooklyn.
Yeah, she was Polish, so not like from Poland. Like her parents were from Poland.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes,
But she's like Italian. She grew up in probably in the same neighborhood as the Italians.
I don't know if
they
were in
more
Greenpoint, but she didn't like the Italian sluts. Anyway, she did put that on me as a 15-year-old because I did that in her dream.
Do you think she fell asleep watching Jersey Shore and then just had that dream?
NCIS, Criminal Minds.
Okay.
The Sci-Fi Channel, it had like those bad horror movies on it. She showed me the Saw, like she didn't show them to me, but she babysat me a lot as a kid. And so I would just see whatever the fuck she had on TV. And there were a lot of horror movies. I saw the Saw movies way too young, like 8 years old.
So checks out.
Yeah. I saw, the only thing she ever turned off was Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
And I know this because I distinctly remember as a child seeing the scene with the gimp suits and the ball gag and being like, what the fuck is this? And then she looked at the TV like in the middle of that and was like, oh, I should probably change that. The only time she's ever done that. And for the rest of my life until I saw Pulp Fiction, I was like, what the fuck was that?
It just like
it haunted me.
That's like when people see an alien, but they don't like actually interact with it, and they spend their whole life just looking at the stars and be like, "Are they coming back?" Yeah, that's you with gimp suits.
It's a crazy thing to see as a 9-year-old.
Yeah, I've seen horrible things at 9 years old.
Well, I feel like if you at least see it on your own on like a website you're not supposed to be on, at least that's like on you. But if you see it on TV in your grandma's living room, it's like,
yeah.
What do you do with that?
My dad took me to the movies when I was a kid to see National Lampoon's Van Wilder. Have you seen that movie?
Isn't National Lampoon Christmas Vacation? Is there another one?
Oh yeah, there's a lot.
Okay,
National
I've
Lampoon
only
is
seen
like
Christmas Vacation.
National Lampoon's like Tyler Perry.
Okay,
You know,
I
where
see.
it's just like
Yes.
Tyler Perry makes a million different movies,
Yes.
National Lampoon, a million different movies. So Van Wilder, I'm 10 years old. My dad takes me to the movies, and he's like, "This looks funny. Let's go see it." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." And he let me watch anything, right? That was considered comedy. No scary movies, nothing like that, just comedy. And we get to the movie theater, and then they're like, "Hey, this is like rated R." And my dad's like, "You'll be fine." And then we get the tickets, and then we go, and the guy is like collecting ticket stubs. Now, mind you, this movie was so inappropriate that they wouldn't show it at my local theater. We actually had to go to another theater to watch this. So they're taking the ticket stubs and they're ripping it. And the guy's like, you know, there's a lot of like nudity and stuff in this. Are you sure he wants to see this? And he looks at me and he goes, "Be okay?" And I'm like, "Sure." He's like, "I'll be okay." I'm 10 years old. So, and then they jerk off a dog in the movie.
Awesome.
Great stuff for me to watch. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. It was a funny movie.
So that was formative for you?
I think so. Yeah. Love dogs.
Wow.
No,
They
actually,
really are man's best friend.
they really are man's
It's
best.
kind of a situationship if you're only best friends, though.
With the dog?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they just won't commit to me. You know what I mean? It's a little rough. Thank you. I'll be here all week. No, so I that was a formative movie for me, but no Pulp Fiction. I
No,
still
that was
haven't
where
seen
she
that.
drew. I mean, it's good. I saw it once I was like 17, and I was like, oh, that's what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And everything just clicked.
everything clicked really because I think sometime before that I was describing it to a friend because I was like, what fucking movie was this?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like looking it up. I don't think I knew the terminology of Gimsoon. So I was trying to find it and I wasn't able to. So it was a big relief in my mind when I finally found out what was going on.
Crazy. Thank God it was like a big budget film. It wasn't like a or not like a
It wasn't a sci-fi original.
yeah. It wasn't like one of those movies where it's
No.
just like it was here and then it was gone forever.
You're never
you know?
finding those again.
Yeah, that would be absolutely horrible if you had to live the rest of your life not knowing what the fuck that was. Do you have anything that you're like excited about coming up, like show wise or anything like that? I think you have a pretty cool showcase coming up.
Well, we're both on one tomorrow. On a show.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I wasn't even talking about
This
that.
one, yeah. I'm gonna be Laugh It Up with
Yeah,
Kevin.
that's what we were going for.
I don't know. Well, look, I don't know. I will. Yeah, I'm gonna be on a show with Kevin and Michael. We're gonna be at it, and I'm excited. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
in Poughkeepsie.
Dan Glenn too.
And
care
Dan
about,
Glenn.
we care about you, Dan.
Sorry.
Yeah, he's hosting. Have you been to Laugh It Up before?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
It's in Mahoney's.
Yes, in the back of Mahoney's.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yes.
I was curious about the exact location of it.
Yeah. You walk in the upper stairs.
Okay.
And it's straight back. You go around like the hole.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
I was surprised Kevin asked me to be.
Really? Why?
I don't know.
Him like me, we're big fans of you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
I appreciate you and Kevin.
Yeah. You're I think we talked about it on an episode of this, but also
You did. I listened to it, and I want to address something. Kevin said I don't want to have a conversation with anyone. I do. I just don't feel like I'm like worried I'm keeping you. I don't know like what to say, so I just leave before you get tired of me.
That's so sad. It's so sad.
Well, I don't know.
You're allowed to have lulls in conversation.
No.
Do you feel like people are going to get tired of you?
No, I just get stressed that you're gonna like I'm just like there too long. You know?
I feel that for me when I'm actually ready to go. I'm like, all right, I've been here too long. But you feel that for other people? They're like, you've overstayed your welcome.
Yeah.
And you're not going to pick up on it?
I'm worried about. I'm not good with social cues.
Why is that?
So I was homeschooled.
That
Yes.
checks out. We're building a profile.
You're building a profile. I was
Yeah.
homeschooled from 4th grade until like I got to college.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that like?
Well, I wasn't exactly popular when I was in school.
At homeschool.
Neither.
Oh. Are you an only child?
No, I'm the oldest of 3.
Okay.
I have two younger sisters. We're
Okay.
decently spread apart. One is 17 and the other is 11.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 24.
Okay.
I'm not like 18.
Yeah. No. You're pretty spread out. Yeah.
Yeah, we're spread out.
Yeah.
So
you
yeah.
had high school, middle school, and elementary school at one point,
Yeah.
all in the same house.
Yeah.
Who taught you? Mom, dad?
So my mom was a teacher. So when I was in the elementary age, she taught me, and then I moved to like doing like online classes.
Okay.
Kind of I think once I hit like middle school.
Okay.
But yeah, a lot of it was just like a lot of books, and she would just be like, "Do this," and then I would like skip pages and lie.
That's what normal kids do.
Yeah, but it's
yeah.
like worse if it's your mom, I think.
Why? I thought that my mom was doing homework.
She'd be disappointed at me, and I'd be like, "No, I'm so sad. I can't handle this emotionally."
It is an interesting concept to me because I have friends that want to homeschool their kids. Would you recommend it?
People ask me this actually a lot, like random people, if they find out I was homeschooled, like, would you say yes? I think it really depends. Like, I feel like you need to be really, like, I don't think you should have a full-time job if you're homeschooling your kid.
Okay.
Like, I think
that should be your full-time job.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
You could probably have a part-time one, but because, like, I went to a lot of, like, co-ops, which are basically groups of homeschoolers that will, like, gather, like, once a week or every other week or once a month, and usually just do, like, classes. They're not that educational. It's more of a socialization thing.
Yeah.
Like it'll be like we're doing art class, we're
Yeah.
doing Spanish class, and it's just someone's mom who knows Spanish.
They just want to make sure you don't grow up weird.
Yeah, it doesn't work. I also would like I wasn't popular in those either.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was getting left out and bullied in homeschool co-op. I do think I deserved it
Why?
because I was annoying and weird. And like mean.
They're all homeschool kids. You were mean?
I was mean.
Oh, how
Not
were
in
you
like
mean?
a mean girl way, but just mean like I just didn't know how to behave.
What does that mean? Were you just like hitting kids?
Well,
Yeah.
you know.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
You're fucking smacking them?
Well, if they like upset me, if they like, I had this thing where like for a while where I like didn't like if anyone touched me, like it really freaked me out if anyone like even poked me. So
Yeah.
I would just scratch
them.
my nails.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Is it
I've
because-
made kids bleed, David.
Yeah, all day. It's because they wouldn't share their nerds with you.
No, it wasn't like that. It was more just like
They're
if they
bubble
like were
gum.
like really like being mean to me, I would retaliate physically.
That's fair, though.
I think so,
That's
but
part of
I wasn't.
school.
It just wasn't well liked after that.
Okay, so they were just like, she's fucking.
And I also like because I think like homeschool kids. I feel like they were like kind of like hipsters. They were like, we all know this book series, and if you don't know this niche book series, I guess you're just not cool like that.
What was the? Wait, hold on. Now I actually have to ask.
Sure.
Because I feel like that's important. When you were scratching other kids, were you also able to drive?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god. I was like 9.
Oh, okay.
Like 9.
So,
Hello?
Because you could be like an adult that's just like your response is
No.
just like,
Oh my god. It was like 9 through probably 12, which is a little late for that
Listen,
still, but
I
think
felt
it
like
was
it's a
9
good
through
question to
12.
ask.
No.
It's like you're
well, once
homeschooled.
I could drive, I was doing community college when I
Okay.
was 16. Yeah.
Community college at 16. So
Yeah.
you were exposed to like 18-year-olds and 20-year-olds that, and also just random adults that were going back to community
Yeah.
college. You were mixed in with all of them.
Yeah.
And I'm speaking as a community college student, not the most productive members of society. Actually, I'll say we worked hard in community college at our jobs. College was a second thought. I had a full-time job in
Do you
college.
feel like it was a mix of people who, yeah, everyone I knew at least had a part-time job.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't my first semester, but after that I had one. And I feel like it was either people who like really didn't give a shit or people who really, really, really gave a shit.
Mm-hmm.
More so didn't give a shit. And also I was definitely like, because I was raised really sheltered. I mean, I was on the internet, but like I wasn't talking to people in real life. And so I had this thing where, like, you know, you're told, like, people are going to offer you drugs. You have to say no. And I was like, that's not going to happen. The first day of school, I met this girl in my psychology class, and she was like, do you smoke herb? I was like, what? She's like, you know, Mary Jane? And I was
She used like the cops' terms for it. Too. Like she's trying to catch you.
And I was like, no. She was like, marijuana? And I was like, no. And she was like, never? And I was like, no, never. And then I speed walked away because I was like, oh my God, it happened.
She's like an undercover cop. Yeah.
They're trying to get me with drugs.
That kid was 35.
As soon as college started.
Just wearing a backwards hat that had a propeller
It was
on
so
it.
stereotypical.
That's so bad. I was out in New Paltz once, and I like just turned 21. I was still a DD, and I was out at this party at New Paltz. It was actually at a bar, I think, and the music was bumping and all this kind of stuff. And while I'm there, and I didn't touch drugs. I still haven't really touched drugs. So like I was out at this place, and then people kept bumping into me, and they're like, do you know Molly? And I'm like, no. And then like
Not familiar.
Not familiar. I don't know Molly, you know, and I'm like a fuck boy, so I'm just like, where's she at? You know, like and then I bump into another person and be like, can you help me find my friend Molly? So at some point it had happened so many times, I went up to my friends and I was just like, and I was like criminal justice major. I was like, there's a fucking girl named Molly that's been missing this whole time. Like, I'm concerned. And then they were
You're the worst cop ever.
Yeah, they're like, you're an idiot, dude. I was like, we gotta go fucking find this kid, you know. But no, it was pretty bad. They looked at me like I was a narc because I kind of, you know,
I could see that.
yeah. It was
Criminal justice major?
pretty embarrassing.
That's narc activity.
Yeah, that is narc activity. Didn't work out.
No.
Sorry about it.
But
Sorry,
yeah.
Mom and Dad. I let them down. Do you are you gonna write about being a homeschooled kid?
I feel like I should.
You really should. Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a unique part of your experience.
It's unique. I feel like when I first started a comedy, I thought about it and I was like, I don't want to be the person who like just does homeschool material.
No, but you
That's
could have
lame.
like one joke.
I can have one joke as a treat. I do want to write about it. I think it's kind of a thing of like where to start. I don't know, because it was just my life for a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
But there's definitely stuff to joke about. Like there were like weird people. I got kicked out of a homeschool co-op class.
Why? Because you
Because-
assaulted somebody?
I was argumentative. Like really
Okay.
argumentative. Like
With the teacher.
yes.
Okay.
I
It was Brandon's mom.
Yes, exactly.
I love that.
So it was like I think she had an English degree, but she was trying to teach us Shakespeare, and I feel like Shakespeare is not a great text to consume through like being read. I've turned around on Shakespeare. I think the plays are good.
Okay.
I've seen a Shakespeare play and I enjoyed it. I don't think reading it is at all a good way to consume it. Like purely just reading a Shakespeare play is
Yeah.
kind of garbage.
I'll agree. We tried to read Hamlet once in high school, and it was kind of a shit show.
It's not good when you're. I think like seeing performers do it is great.
Yeah.
Not a good read.
Ended
though.
up turning it into like a line reading at like a round table, you know. So
like
everybody
slightly better, but
everybody
not
in
good
class had a
still.
character. We read it out loud, so it helped hearing different voices say the lines.
Yeah, no, we were
But-
just reading it.
Yeah. And
Sorry,
no, what were you gonna say?
she was going on about like how like Shakespeare invented original words, and she was like, well, you know, nothing is ever going to be truly original now, and I like disagreed with that on principle, so I kept arguing about it, and then I also had a pen that I was like, you know, like a clicky pen. I was clicking it on the table and just bouncing it up repeatedly.
While you're arguing with her?
Well, just while she was talking.
Oh,
It was just a
okay.
table of like 7 kids. It's not a big classroom. I kept doing that, and I kept arguing with her, and then afterwards, I guess she like called a meeting with the parents where she broke down crying because I was being disrespectful. So that was my bad, I guess. And then they left. Her and her son left the co-op.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so that you haunt that kid's life.
I hope so.
Yeah. Fucking little Brandon, you little bitch. Do you know that kid's name? Don't say the full name if
I
you
don't
know.
remember his name.
Okay.
No. He was blonde and annoying, and he lied about having a photographic memory.
Oops. How do you know he didn't have one?
He just didn't.
You tested.
I just know he
like,
didn't.
I can tell.
I know he didn't.
Yeah. Would you show him a picture?
I just sincerely don't. He just had like, you know, when someone's just annoying and you know they're lying. Because homeschoolers, I think, are the kinds of people that lie about that kind of thing. Because you want to be special, I think. I don't know.
Already are kind of special though.
I'm so special.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You're so special.
I'm always told that.
Yep. People do that. They tell you you're special.
My mom denies this, but when we were in the car once when I was like 11, she, I don't remember what I did, but she just was like, just snapped and was like, do you have Asperger's or something? And I really took that to heart. I started doing like online autism quizzes, like a bunch of them, which aren't reliable, but I was doing a bunch, and I brought that up to her, and she was like, I didn't say that. I was like, you definitely said that.
I love that. You're like, I wasn't just inspired to do this. Well, you were just like pissing her off, and then
I think so.
I love that. I love that. What did the internet say?
What do you think, David?
I don't know. I'm not the internet.
Yeah. Well, it did say, yeah, but you can't trust the internet on these things. I'm
That's
not going to
true.
self-diagnose.
Oh yeah, and
I'm not self-diagnosing.
And you have that joke that you don't want the internet to tell you,
No.
or you don't want a doctor to tell you what.
I don't.
Has. Oh, yeah.
Oh, so what's that going to change? What's that going to do for me?
I don't know.
Nothing.
That is true. It might not change anything. I don't even know if there's medication for Asperger's.
Well, that's not even a term we use anymore. That's like a Nazi term. We've
it really?
graduated. Yeah, it was
Asperger's is a Nazi term?
Well, the Nazis came up with it, so we've done away with it. So now we just use the word autism, which is a spectrum.
Oh, right. And now everybody has autism.
So you could either be like autism light, or like autism super.
Or if you're a stand-up comedian, you just have autism.
I think you just say that. I think they just say that because they're bad socially and they want to have like something to say.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sorry. Maybe that's a hot take.
No. It's Gabe and I talked about this in the car. It's the word that replaced retarded.
I think so.
Everybody used to say retarded.
Yeah.
Now, like, oh, I don't know, I'm retarded. No, everybody's like, I'm autistic. It's fine.
I think so.
Yeah. And that's just.
So yeah, I'm not self-diagnosing myself with anything. I'm just how I am.
It's okay. We don't need to do it on the show.
No.
Yeah. But I have been doing an autism test here.
Sure.
And boy,
I got straight A's.
You are killing this test. Everything. I've just been typing in. Google's very confident in this result. Yeah. All right. So you got the show at Laugh It Up coming up. Are we doing all new material, or are we just like
all new material? God,
all
no.
New material. Not touching any old stuff.
No, some new material, but like probably like 60% old.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe 40%. That's generous. 70% old.
Okay.
30% new.
Okay.
Maybe.
It's your first time there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do everything you love.
Okay.
Everything you love.
I was gonna. Yeah, I like most of my stuff.
Yeah, you should. You put the stuff you love, the stuff you're very
I'll do
proud
everything
of.
I love. Okay.
Yeah. Just do that.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Good.
Yeah, I'm gonna do what I normally do. I feel like I try to put my all into everything I do.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I could be better, I guess. I could put my all into more things, I think.
I think you're putting your best shot at things.
I'm going
I think
to
you're
the place.
a hard worker and a good egg.
Is that it feels like somebody told you to say
No.
It says here.
That's I'm reading index cards that David is holding up.
It's actually written on the board.
David Stickle is a hard worker and a good egg. Is that good?
He spelled egg wrong, actually.
You spell egg wrong?
Yeah, I spelled egg wrong.
Egg.
Yeah, I just wrote EG and you assumed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
You're welcome. That was a genuine compliment from my heart.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Genuine compliment from my heart, just to make you uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're an amazing writer. I'm very proud to see everything that you've done since I saw you the first time. You were special from the beginning, and you've just gotten better, which is awesome. Kevin and I talk about it all the time. I think everybody kind of agrees. Even the first time Michael saw you at an open mic, he was like, "Oh, she's good." And I'm like, yeah, that's great. She's great. And then, so it was cool. And it was kind of one of those moments where I'm like, oh, you don't know about Gabrielle? It was a proud, like, I was like, oh, you don't know about it? You haven't been around. It was one of those moments. It was pretty cool. So we're all very proud of you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Michael had seen me one time before, but he forgot.
Did he?
Yes.
Before the two-way open mic?
I saw him at Tubby's. and I talked to him. I had a conversation with him.
You performed that night.
Yes.
You're certain he saw you.
I'm positive because I talked to him afterwards.
And he was like, "That was a good joke."
Yeah, I think he was like, "Oh, it was good," and then he asked me like a few questions, and then I left, and then like 2 months later, I saw him at Two Way, and he was like, "Wow, great set. What's your name?" So I was like, "Oh, he doesn't remember," so I just didn't say anything, and he asked like the same exact questions, which I answered slightly different because I've had time to think about it now. And then, that was fine. And then I saw him again at Levity, but my partner Eric was with me this time. And Michael introduced himself to Eric, and Eric was like, "Oh, we've met before at Tubby's." And then I had to explain to Michael that we had met prior, and I just didn't tell him. Michael
and Gumbiade, you are the fucking worst. Wow.
Well, he tried to spin it and to say I lied to him, but I didn't lie. I just let him.
That you lied that you met him before?
Well, no, I didn't. No, because I didn't tell him that we met before. I just let him believe that we didn't. Because I just felt like the second time went better.
That is also a very you thing to do. Michael, you suck, dude. Well, he was impressed with you the time he saw you at Two Way. I explicitly remember him leaning over and going, "She's good." And I'm like,
Thanks,
yeah.
Michael.
Yeah, fucking... What a dick. To be fair, I've heard him say all white people look alike, so...
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. We look like the same to him.
I don't know about that.
Probably.
My beard's not nearly as full.
My hair is not as red.
No.
Yeah.
You could fix that.
I could fix that, actually, but I won't.
Get the dye in there. This is dyed.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's your natural hair color?
Like my roots, like kind of a like dirty blonde.
Brown? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know that much about hair color.
Hey. What do I know?
What do you know?
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm smart.
You are.
I graduated magna cum laude, which is the funniest thing to ever say, I think. Why'd they name it that?
I don't know. I'm sure Latin, if you were smart...
I think it's magna cum laude, but I think saying magna cum laude is objectively funnier.
Magna cum laude. That's what it is. Yeah.
That's how smart I am. I can't fucking pronounce what I graduated with.
You're a smart kid.
Thanks.
All right, we're going to wrap it up. Likeable is filmed and recorded with Radio Free Rhine Cliff. Thank you to Jen Hamoud and Matthew Rosenberg, our producers. And thank you to the Epicurean, which hosts us for each and every episode, unless we're doing it on the road. And then come in, Stop and Shop, please. It's a great store. Maybe you'll catch us on the air. Coffee here is really good. I don't know if you know that. It's very good. Ad for the coffee here. Yeah. And maybe you'll catch us on the air. Likeable is a comedy-based podcast, and we should not be taken seriously. Consider this your daily dose of questionable wisdom and guaranteed hilarity, we hope. Proceed with caution and a healthy dose of skepticism, which I think I said already. Gabrielle Johnson, thank you very much.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, you got jokes and you're insightful, but are you likable?